Metroid 64 was a highly anticipated title that Nintendo fans expected to appear on the Nintendo 64 following the success of Super Metroid, 1994, on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. However, an actual Metroid game for the N64 was never released, and no official project under that title was completed. Here's an overview of the speculated development timeline based on known events and statements from Nintendo developers during that time. 1994 March, Super Metroid is released for the Super Nintendo and becomes a critical and commercial success. Its gameplay, world design, and atmosphere establish it as a classic. Late 1994, with the popularity of Super Metroid, fans begin to speculate about the next Metroid game, especially as Nintendo hints at the upcoming Nintendo 64 console. 1995 Nintendo 64 development and announcements. Nintendo officially unveils the Nintendo 64, which captures the attention of fans who hope for a Metroid title using 3D graphics. No official Metroid project. During this period, Metroid producer Yoshio Sakamoto reportedly explores ideas for the series but struggles with translating the 2D, exploration-based gameplay of Super Metroid into a 3D format. 1996 Nintendo 64 release. The console launches in Japan in June and in North America in September. Key titles such as Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time are in development, pioneering 3D gameplay on the platform. Exploring 3D gameplay, Sakamoto and his team consider creating a Metroid game for the N64. But he expresses concerns that the hardware and the first-person or third-person 3D formats might not capture the essence of Metroid's exploration and atmosphere. Shift to other projects. Instead of pursuing Metroid 64, Sakamoto and Nintendo decide to focus on other projects, feeling the N64 might not serve Metroid's design needs. 1997 first-person prototype rumors. Rumors circulate that Nintendo briefly experimented with a first-person Metroid concept. These would later inspire Metroid Prime, 2002, on the GameCube, a 3D Metroid game that Retro Studios developed with Sakamoto's guidance. Metroid's absence on N64 becomes notable, as more high-profile games are released on the N64. Fans note Metroid's absence, leading to speculation and rumors about Metroid 64 as a lost project. Sakamoto confirms in interviews that they never felt satisfied with the idea of a 3D Metroid on the N64, leading to the franchise skipping the console altogether. In summary, while Metroid 64 was discussed and considered, it was never in active development as an official Nintendo project. The technical limitations and design challenges of the N64 era made it difficult for Nintendo to envision a 3D Metroid game that stayed true to the series' roots. The Metroid franchise would eventually re-emerge on the Game Boy Advance with Metroid Fusion and on the GameCube with Metroid Prime 4.0.